I've been told by many students that it is the hardest course they've ever taken. And that's been, students who've been in master's programs. It's been students who have come right out of high school. And so I think kind of varies down to the individual. One of the big things about this course is it's not your typical like college course or even high school where it's like, man, if I just show up, I'm going to learn everything, right? We really require a lot of hands-on coding. And so kind of the way that we run the course is Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, you're going to be in class with us. We start every day off with what we call lecture, which is kind of your traditional, like you're in the classroom, the instructor's at the front of the room, we're going to teach a concept, and we don't teach off of slides. We'll always do live coding. So it's like, hey, today we want to build an application that can do X, Y, Z. And then as we go and we build it in the course of like 3 hours, we say, okay, here's X, here's Y, here's Z. And then the next day, we're going to build another app that does X, Y, and Z, and then maybe 1, 2, 3. Right? And so it really builds on itself day to day. And so we find that to be really, really effective as far as like teaching goes. Every day, you're going to be given a lab. And the lab is essentially from like 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock. And that's where you're going to be hands-on coding. I want you to build me an app that does X, Y, Z, but it's going to be just a little different than what we did in lecture. And so you're probably going to run into issues. You're probably going to get stuck. And probably the single most important thing is that you're asking for help from our instructors. And, one of the things we do is as instructors, we're going to sit in the same lab as you all day long. And so we really expect people to be like, hey man, I don't know how to do this. Get up and get help immediately. And so as the students that will do that tend to do really well in the course versus the students who are like, man, I'll just figure this out on my own. And it's like, no, you probably won't. You definitely won't do it in the appropriate time frame. We'll talk a lot of the course time boxing and how to just really make sure that you're staying on track, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you're asking a lot of questions. As instructors, we should be seeing you at the TA desk several times each lab.